Well, then let's just get right into. I'll show you how to do it. If you missed the first part, you missed the first part. Let me show you guys how to fix this public thing. All right, so we're inside of the Google stack, right? We're a stack. We're gonna say this isn't a Google stack, but now this is where people are running into issues. All right, they're making their files. All right, so we have our here. Let me just make sure of something here really quick. All right, so it's X'd out. All right. So you have people that are creating the files, all right? So here's the links. So you're creating a folder, and inside of a folder, you're setting your permissions, and you're going to do now your docs, all right? So let's say we're going to do our doc. This is where they made the change. So we're going to do a new doc. We're going to create, and we're going to share. All right, so this is where the issue was, right? And this is why I've been getting messages, quite a few messages saying, hey, they changed it. I can't get to the public thing. I'm not sure how to work this. It's not effective because I can't make it public. All right. So say you're making your docs. All right. And we're going to say this is a doc, tutorial. All right. So this is it right here. So generally you would save that. All right. You'd go back over here, and now you have the two. You'd go over here to your details. You'd add a description, generally like a whole bunch of keywords, right? Maybe make a citation, right? Over here inside of the details. Oh, let me get rid of these, right? And then you would go here and get your shareable link. And then if you were inside the training or whatnot, I'd show you that you'd get them all. Now, anyone with the link, you have commenter, editor, and then you have restricted where you can block it off. Now, there used to be a thing on here that you could share it to the web, right? Well, you can still do that, but here's the trick now, all right? So what we need to do is we need to change it over to anyone with the link, all right? Make sure you click commenter, especially for on the docs, all right? And then here, let's just click done. So now that that's done, then inside your doc, if you head over here to file, and then you go to publish to the web, all right? Now you'll notice that the link that they give you is a little bit different than the other links. Now, if you're inside the training, you know that we're collecting these links so we can interlink these, and then we worry about our iframing, and then we worry about the sites, right? But we need to collect these links. Now, instead of collecting the links like we were before, we need to start gathering up these links, because now this is published on the web. And if you take a look here, doesn't this look a lot like the old box that used to be here? Now, what about the other entities? There's been changes, Chris. How come nothing's going on? Well, here, check this out. Let's head out over here. Okay. Let me show you this quick. So if I just do like site : Chris Palmer, I don't know. Chris Palmer marketing. I just want to show you something. Like I've been getting the messages. Like I want to make sure site : here, let's just do it this way. How about Chris Palmer SEO? No dice? Okay. Let's just search Chris Palmer SEO. Well, if we take a look here, let me see if it's still here. It should be. All right. So there's the G site. There's something in particular that I want to show you, which will help you out as far as understanding. Here we go, right here. So as you can see here, people were concerned about it not indexing and whatnot. I mean, right here is a piece of one of the stacks that I built. I think this was in the training, and this is indexed. I mean, so I just wanted to show you that they're still indexing. Keyword, business name, phone number, right? Now, along with that, we were over here. I just wanted to let you know too, if you have any questions about the drive stacks, if you just search Google Stacks, small volume, I think I'm ranking number 3. So 1, 2, 3 after, the top, which doesn't matter. So I'm number 3. So if you have questions about this, you can head right over here. It's Google Stacks. I'm number 3. Google Drive Stacks. I'm right here. Chris Palmer. So that goes into more like question stuff, like what it is, yada yada. But what I wanted to show you was simply this, that they're still being indexed, because I just showed you one that was indexed. The next piece is, well, how about the other parts within? So you would gather this, all right? So you have this link here. See, it's a little bit, but it's different than the other ones if you can't see the URL bar. But that's how you do it. Now, let me show you some of the other properties. So let's say you're inside of here and you want to do a sheet. It's pretty much exactly the same, all right? So there's a sheet. Oh, let's open this up. A brand new sheet. You'll go to create and share. You'll open it up. And then inside your sheet, just make sure that you're setting it like you were. We'll go in here to the share, private, only me. We'll make sure you add your name or whatever. Save it in there, because then you have your header, and make sure you put, if you're setting these up, maybe you want to put, your business name, your phone number, maybe some keywords. But the key with this one, the sheets, same thing. Right here, publish to web. All right, so entire document, and then here's the contents. All right, so there's that one. And then it's pretty much the same. So we'll go here. Let's go into the slides. We know these are indexing. They're all indexing. It's just dependent upon where you're sending links to. All right. I'm trying to help out as much as I possibly can. Now, obviously, the implementation of how to build these out correctly, plus using the other properties, that could be time consuming. There is a little bit of a process to it. I mean, I walk people through it, but I wanted to show this to everybody because I saw people charging. I also saw people not showing people correctly how to power them up, how to build them out. I just, if you're going to do it, I think that there's a proper way. So here we go again, publish to web. So there's the workaround, completely free, Google SEO, how to use the Google Drive stacks, how to set these babies up, what's the best way to go about this. So that's really what I wanted to touch on. I wanted to help you out with today because I was getting quite a few questions about it. Again, if you have questions about the normal stuff, you could just search, I don't know, Drive Stacks, I guess. I'm 3 on this one, so you could just search Drive Stacks, look me up, I'm there. Let's head over here and see if there's anybody. Doesn't look like there's any questions. There's only one person. Darian. Oh, there are people in here. Hello. It's only showing one person that's actually on, so that's perfectly fine. Any questions? Yep, I'm just happy. Andreas, I'm glad that I was able to show you that. I'm not sure if you were in the training or whatnot. But if you were, I'm glad that I was able to help you. It says that we're not optimal here. Let's go over here. Let's go to settings, stream, output. All right, it's not letting me change it. That's perfectly fine. Cancel. Go back down. We send this link to our money site. I mean, that's not generally what I would do. All right, there, Mr. Idris Corsari. I would build these out as stacks and entities and build a stack. But I mean, if you want to just create one and do it and send it out, that's up to you. But I don't know how effective that's going to be for you. Okay. 11 people are here. Awesome, Mayor. Yeah, it says 1. I mean, y'all can see the screen here. It only says 1, but it doesn't matter. One person, that's why I came. I was like, questions, it doesn't matter to me. If I can help one person figure this out, then I'm thrilled. All right, how do we go about powering them up? Yeah, I went through a whole piece in the very beginning, Carter. Let's talk about that, because that is something that I want to talk about. See, I actually went over the whole thing, but I guess it didn't start. So let's just get right into that then. I'll just redo it. All right. So let's talk about these stacks, all right, and entities and what needs to be done. So this is what I've been seeing a lot of, all right? I saw a lot of new people saying, okay, money site, and then they're building out the properties, property, and then that's it. Or, GMB, and then building out a G stack, and then that's the only thing. But an entity stack, a Google stack, is a lot more than just the G files and just using that. So let's talk about that now. Okay, these two things. Don't point anything at your G site. It's not meant for that. It is great for local, because local queries or low competition queries are easy to target with this type of method. That's why we say local. It doesn't have to be local. It's just lower. It takes a lot more power, all right, if it's not local. That's all. I should just say low competition, not high competition, or medium competition is fine too. But let's talk about the stacks, all right? So really what we're talking about here is this. So we have the G, all right? Now that's Google stacks. That's your slides, your the maps, all of the files that make that up, all right? And then we're going to have what I call a siphon page. This is an S3. Then we have another Amazon, all right? This is your main page. This is generally a branded, all right? This is how I teach it, all right? So this is a branded Amazon here. Let's pop that back real quick. This is generally branded. This is how, in my opinion, they should be set up. This is how I teach it, all right? So this is your S3. This is a siphon page, all right? I show how to siphon power out of Amazon. Amazon changed things so you couldn't get the power out, but I figured it out, right? So then this is your Amazon. Generally, this is branded or about your business, whatever the case is, okay? Then I create another type of page. We'll just say question mark, because I don't want that to be just, I don't want everybody to use it because it's very effective. Which I hope is fair. It's just like, when you find a Web 2 or something that's really, really effective and you don't want everybody to go and use it. That's this one, okay? S3 and then a G site. All right, now this is where I've been seeing a lot of issues. This is one entity stack, but I do not recommend only building one, and here's why. Generally, what you want to do is double these up. So you have a whole nother set of G stacks. You build out another S3, siphon page, Amazon, the question mark site, and then we're going to say another G site. All right, so this is G site. Now, this to this, this to this, this to this, this to this. Now, generally, how I teach is the very next step is 3 to 5. 3 works really, really good, and here's why. 1 exact match, 1 branded, 1 naked, right? 3 different types of anchor text coming in. All right, so I hope this is making sense. So these are usually your Web 2s. Now, as you can see, second tier here, third tier, fourth tier, right? But we go out even farther. So this is our W2s. Generally, we're going to do 3 of them. Now, this would be like WordPress. You can use anything that's do follow, anything that's do followed. I generally like a G site in here. Now, the purpose of these is to start adding relevance. So if you're talking about, if you're doing local affiliate, maybe you're going to build a lot of all of the secondary keywords. This is what I would stick in here. But when we're talking about anchor texts, whatever part that's the most powerful, so say the siphon page plus this, I would make sure that this is exact match, right? So one's exact match. One's going to be branded coming in here. This is branded going in. All of this content on this page, all of these is branded. I hope that's making sense. All of this is all going to be exact, okay? All of this will just be naked. It's just links, okay? Now, this over here is our money site. Now we only have 3 anchors coming in. It's not a whole bunch of links coming in from all over the place, looking spammy, coming from sheets and this and that. No, 3 separate links coming from these Web 2s, which are powered. Now we have this right here. We have our stack. That's an entity stack plus another stack. Then we can start talking about power. Now we have tiers. We're tiered all the way out. We have our money site, a second tier, a third tier, a fourth tier, but really I need you to look at these as the same. All right, these are really the same, powering up one another like this, like ping pong. But really, we only have these 3 links coming in to our money site. And when we're talking about powering up, and I talked about this in the beginning, if some saw it, some didn't, that's fine, is, in my opinion, anybody can rank if the budget is high enough. But the person who can rank for the lowest is really the guy who wins, right? Because if I'm in competition and that guy's number 2 and he spent, 20 grand on links and development, and I got there for 3 grand, who won? Even if I'm number 4 or number 2 or whatever the case is. So that's always been my opinion. Now, when we're talking about links, because we're so far out, all right, and that's not saying that on this second tier, we're not sending maybe a little bit more of our powerful PBN links, but out here, when we're sending stuff into the bottom of a stack, and when I mean the bottom of a stack, here's a stack. This is the stack this way, right? Not just one G stack and just build out your sheets and your maps and all that stuff and then send all those links to the site. No. That's non-effective, not helpful at all. These are buffers. That's it. That's in my opinion. This is how I teach. This is just my opinion. All right. If you've done it another way, that's, hey. But then when we're building into here, into the bottom of a stack, this is the bottom of a stack because now we're tiers out, which is here. Now we can start looking at our GSAs, right? When you send in a GSA to the bottom of a stack or into a Google site and you want to send in 1 million links, if you want to send in 2 million comments, if you want to send in 500,000 on a recurring bi-weekly basis, hey, sure, fine, go ahead. Because it's just going to buffer it out. You're talking about 5th tier links. I mean, they're out in oblivion. You're just using them to power things up. Now, right here, if you want to buy your $10, $20 PBNs, which are the cheaper ones, or maybe you're using a rental, maybe you're getting 5 for $200 a month or something along those lines, something like that. But out here is your GSA, your SE nukes, right? Your comments, your money robots, your SEO autopilots, okay? Those types of links, your niche edits, whether they're black hat, your SAPE links, your, any type of link that you can get that is high power, that's relatively inexpensive, you can use it, but it needs to be way out there. I've been seeing, this is the reason for this video, is the 2 reasons, was setting these up and implementing them properly is key. I've been seeing a ton of videos coming out, people talking about the G stacks and doing this. I just want it to be a public thing, because everybody knows what's going on here. It needs to be tiered out. You're building out a stack, but it's only one piece. It's multiple sites that make up a stack, and then you're still tearing them out with your W2s, WordPress, because it's the lineup is what's doing it. It's like a domino effect going to the money site. All right, so I think I pretty much nailed that home.